In less than an hour, AlDOT will close lanes on Highway 280 for some major road work. Thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Carla Wade.
I'm Guy Rawlings. This is the detour AlDOT wants you to take while the lanes are closed. Lakeshore Parkway to I-65. That'll take you to 459, which will then take you back to 280. But some nearby residents worry this might not be the route everyone takes.
WVTM 13's Aaron Llewellyn is joining us live and local where that demolition is about to start. And Aaron, residents in the area are telling you that they're kind of split on this issue.
Yeah, Carla, we talked to residents on two different sides of Highway 280. And like you said, they said that they are split. Now, some residents who live right just close to where we are right now say that this construction project was noisy last night and they're only expecting it to get worse. You can see behind me that they are doing some drilling right now or some welding right now. And this bridge is getting ready to come down. So they are expecting that this noise is going to pick up overnight. Now, residents on the other side of Highway 280 say that, well, they're further away from the project, so they don't really see it as an issue and they're okay with the project, even if that means that they have to lengthen their commute. Construction on Highway 280. It's the gift that some say keeps on giving.
They didn't bother to take into the people that really have to deal with this 24/7.
This bridge on the highway is going to be torn down over the weekend, but it comes with some sleepless nights for those who are just yards away from where the construction is happening, like Laura Denson.
It's very inconvenient when you haven't slept in a few nights and people are probably like, oh, what is going on? Well, I'm tired. But it's very exhausting.
Denson said she was told by the Mountain Brook city manager this weekend would probably be the loudest of the project.
It's really hard when you tell your city managers you're suffering with this kind of stuff, and yet people don't take into account your sleepless nights and your day-to-day activities are taking a hit.
Other neighbors like Sam Walton live a little bit further from the construction site and still have to deal with the noise, but it also affects his daily commute too.
There's a million orange barrels out there that you're dodging. Barrels were moved around each day, so trying to navigate that has just been really a safety hazard, but also an inconvenience.
Forcing him to spend more time on what he calls an already dangerous road.
I'm going towards town, 90% of the time when I drive out of the neighborhood. And so I'm going to have to detour around and take the long way and add 10 minutes to every stretch every time I leave.
Making for a long weekend of noisy and inconvenient construction.
I understand they're trying to help, and it would inconvenience a lot of people in the driving and their day-to-day commute, which I'm not saying that they should, interrupt that, but I also understand that it's a lot harder than people are really realizing.
Now, Denson says that this project is supposed to be cleared up by Monday. This bridge is supposed to be knocked down by then, but it's going to take another 3 weeks in order to rebuild it. And she says that time, when they're rebuilding the bridge, they're going to have to drill into the rock that falls under her house and other homes in this area. And she says that not only is it going to be loud, but they're also going to feel it too. Live here in Birmingham, Aaron Llewellyn, WVTM 13.